How many of you, like, there might be a condition in a project where deadlines have been slipped, priorities keep on changing, and nobody knows uh, who is doing what. This is a situation that most of the organizations face. So that's exactly the kind of chaos Scrum is designed to solve. And as a Scrum Master, um, your role would be to make sure the team never feels lost and the customer never feels ignored. So, well, my name is Akshay Chaudhary. I've been working in the agile environments for more than 10 years, helping teams deliver high quality features in the payment gateway, product base, and migration projects. I'll walk you through how I approach Scrum Master responsibilities and drive real business values. So let me quickly go through the agenda. So agenda would be what is Scrum and why it works, the Scrum Master's roles beyond ceremonies. So as this is a demo session, I won't be going into the very detailed input. I'll just give you an overview exactly how the agile journey is, how the Scrum is implemented, and what are the different types of ceremonies, all those things. So let me start. I have spent like the last several years helping teams deliver high quality features and payment gateways. I've worked with cross functional teams across India and internationally using Agile and Scrum to bring structure and speed to complex projects. Demo, I will show exactly how I do it. So let me start. Why is Scrum important, or how does the Scrum work? So Scrum isn't just a process; it's a mindset. It's built on empiricism, making like meaning that we make decisions based on facts, inspect progress regularly, and adapt as needed. We deliver in short iterations. So if business priorities change, we can adjust without losing momentum. And because we are always engaging with customers and stakeholders, we make sure we are building the right thing, not just building it fast. Now, what does short iterations mean over here? If I have to make it more simpler, I would say you have a chunk of or a block of a work that you have to deliver to your client, but you just do not deliver the whole piece of work in one go. Rather than you take small pieces of that bigger chunk of work and deliver it. So in this case, the business priorities, if that are changing, you do not have to go ahead and change the whole structure. You can change it in limited time frame and you can deliver it to the client. So that would make sure that over a period of time you are building a good amount of work. Like, if you say it, this would be delivering values in small packets. So this is what Scrum is exactly. Now let me describe you what is a Scrum Master's role. So most of the people think Scrum Master just books the meetings. In reality, Scrum Master remove impediments that slow down delivery. They coach teams in agile principles so they can self-organize. They shield teams from unnecessary distractions and scope creep. They keep alignment between business goals and the work being done. So if you say, for example, if there is a project related to any domain, I'll take an example of a payment API. So a payment API change was requested in the mid of the sprint, threatened to delay the release by 2 weeks. So by coordinating with the product owner and reprioritizing the backlog, we kept delivery on track without overworking the team. So the 4 points that I discussed that makes a Scrum Master's role is beyond running the ceremonies. It shows why a Scrum Master brings real value beyond just running stand ups. So now, as I've given you the pointers, what a Scrum is, what a Scrum Master does, Now let me start with the basics of how did the Scrum was founded, what was its purpose. Okay, so the Scrum basics are: it was created by Ken Schopper and Jeff Sutherland in the early 1990s. Then it was rooted in the Agile Manifesto in 2001. It was designed for complex and adaptive problems like software product development, and now it is used across multiple industries. Okay. The core principles are empiricism, decisions that are made based on observation and evidence, not guesswork; iterative and incremental, where small steps and constant improvement; cross functional teams, all skills needed are inside the team. So these are the three core principles. Scrum roles, there are three Scrum roles in any team. Nothing beyond that is defined in order to keep transparency, in order to keep that no one is above anyone, everyone is equal. That is the principle that Scrum follows. So the Scrum roles are: number one, product owner. What is a product owner? Product owner owns the product backlog, ensures max value delivery, prioritize based on business value, ROI, and risk. Scrum Master, that would be you, is a servant leader and coach, removes impediments, facilitates Scrum events, shields the team from scope creep and distractions, works with PO to ensure backlog clarity. And the last, developers, that is the development team. They are self organizing professional, build increments, responsible for done quality. Now, in this developers, who all come in? They are the business analyst, the developers, and the testers. But the Scrum, what they have done is they have combined everyone and given them a name as developers. That is the development team. They have not defined it further down as a BA or a developer or a tester. Okay, so there are only three Scrum roles: product owner, Scrum Master, and developers. Okay, now let's talk about the Scrum artifacts. Scrum artifacts is one is product backlog. That is the single source of truth for requirements. When we have a sprint backlog, don't worry, I'll get into the details of what product backlog is, what sprint backlog is, and whatever the artifacts that I'm telling right now, I'll get into the more detailed of it. You just note down exactly these are something that is should be known to every person who is knowing Agile. So product backlog, once again, it's single source of truth for requirements. Then we have a sprint backlog, which is a subset of product backlog selected for the sprint or plus the plan. Increment, the potentially shippable product output from the sprint. Okay, I have given you three Scrum artifacts. One is product backlog, one is sprint backlog, and the number three is increment. So these artifacts are asked in the interview questions. So yeah, this can be noted down. Don't worry, I'll get into the more details of it, exactly what these are. Now, if I talk about artifact transparency tools, we have definition of done, that is DOD, once again very important. It is a shared understanding of complete. Okay. Then we have a DOR, that is called definition of ready. It is the criteria for work before it enters in a sprint. So these are the artifact transparency tools. I completed till definition of ready. Okay. Now let's move to the Scrum events. These are very important events that the Scrum follows. Number one, sprint. It is the heart of Scrum, delivers an increment, okay, which the time frame of a sprint is 1 to 4 weeks. Now, what is one? For example, in a week, there are how many days? 5 working days, right? We do not include the Saturdays and Sundays. We have 5 working days. So those 5 working days is considered as 1 week. So a sprint can be between 1 to 4 weeks. It cannot be more than 4 weeks. Okay. So that's how it is. Normally, the industry it follows 2 weeks. Then we have the sprint planning, which is we plan the sprint goal and select the backlog items for the upcoming sprint that what the developers will work upon. Then we have a daily scrum. It is of 15 minutes max. That is sync on progress and impediments. Okay. Then we have the sprint review, which shows working product to stakeholders and get the feedback. Then we have the sprint retrospective, which we inspect and improve the process. So these 5 Scrum events are very important. That helps the team to deliver very quickly, very fastly. And as a Scrum Master, you are the facilitator for implementing these events. Okay. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of what the sprint planning is. I'm just giving a demo today so that once we start the actual training, then I'll get into the more how detailed it is, how to facilitate it, how to set this up, everything. Now, if I see, I started with Scrum Basic, the foundations. What was the origin and purpose? Created, the rooted, designed, then the core principles, 3 principles are shared. Then I have given you the Scrum roles, product owner, Scrum Master, and developers. Okay. Then I have given you the Scrum artifacts. What is the Scrum artifacts? That is this product backlog, sprint backlog, increment. Then I have given you the artifact transparency tools. That is the definition of done, definition of ready, DOD, DOR. Then I've given you what are the Scrum events, sprint, sprint planning, daily Scrum, sprint review, sprint retrospective. Then let me tell you about the Scrum Master's practical toolkit. You should be having a facilitation skills like keeping the discussions on time and focused, encourage quieter members to speak, avoid solutions during problem discovery phase. The next would be coaching, where we train new members on the Scrum, we coach PO on backlog management, we coach the stakeholders on agile mindset. Then we have impediment removal, where the Scrum Master track the impediment log, classify the internal team skills, external organizational policies, technical infrastructure, escalate smartly without creating any dependencies. Then, last, the conflict resolution, which is separate person from problem, use non-violent communication, facilitate win-win outcomes. Okay. So the next point that I've implemented is the common real world challenges and what should be your response. So these are the challenges, that is scope keep mindset mid sprint. What should be your response? You need to protect the sprint scope, negotiate with the PO, move to the next sprint. Then I have the stakeholder interference. As a Scrum Master, we would educate the stakeholders, channel requests via the PO. PO is an important link person here. The team burnout, we would review the WIP, that is the work in progress, enforce sustainable pace in the team so that the team does not burn out. Poor backlog refinement, we will schedule regular backlog grooming sessions so that the team know exactly what they are working on. Low daily scrum energy, we have to change format, add visual support, rotate facilitation. So these are something the daily stand-ups. It will help the team to be energized. Then resistance to agile, if there are team members who are resisting, then we will share the success metrics and real case studies over the period of time that you have worked upon. What are the key metrics that a Scrum Master should track? Number one, velocity. It is an average work done per sprint. Then we have the sprint burn down, which means the remaining work in the sprint. Then the release burn up, progress towards product goal, cycle time, time taken from work start to finish, defect rate, post release defects. Okay, these are the metrics. Then leadership style of a scrum master. Now, scrum masters are project managers. They have removed the older version, what a project manager is. So, now if you want to become a scrum master, you should have these leadership qualities like a servant leader, where you would put the team first. Okay. Then we would have the change agent who will influence beyond your team. Then we are facilitators. We ensure smooth discussions. Scrum masters are coach, which grow people's agile maturity. Then they are mentors who share experience and guidance. Okay, so team, here I come to the end. I've defined you what is the Scrum basics, what are the Scrum roles, what are the Scrum artifacts, what are the Scrum events, what are the Scrum Master's practical toolkit, what are the Scrum real world Scrum challenges, what are the key metrics we should track, and the leadership style of a Scrum Master. Beyond this, there is nothing in the Scrum Master role in the agile world or the Scrums. However, we there is a need of so basically, if I would say there is nothing more into it, we will get into the more detailed view of what exactly the Scrum roles are, Scrum, what does these product backlogs and sprint backlog means, how do we facilitate all these areas.